Ever wonder if that sweet taste in your soda or cereal is secretly messing with your body? Today, we're digging into the hidden dangers of high fructose corn syrup and what it might be doing to your health. High fructose corn syrup, or HFCS, is everywhere, on the labels of sodas, candies, even bread. It's a cheap sweetener that replaced sugar in many products over the past few decades. But there's growing evidence that this ingredient might be linked to serious health issues. From weight gain and insulin resistance to fatty liver disease and heart problems, the risks could be more significant than most of us realize. Today, we'll break down what HFCS is, why it's used so widely, and what the research says about its impact on your body. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for the surprising details. High fructose corn syrup is a sweetener made from cornstarch. It's processed to convert some of its glucose into fructose, making it sweeter. This mixture is very similar to table sugar, but it's often cheaper and lasts longer, which is why food manufacturers love it. However, the way our bodies handle fructose compared to glucose is a big part of the problem. Unlike glucose, which your body uses for energy pretty quickly, fructose is mostly processed by your liver. When you consume too much fructose, your liver can get overloaded. Over time, this overload may lead to conditions like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Research published in the Journal of Hepatology shows that a diet high in fructose can contribute to the buildup of fat in the liver, which may eventually lead to liver damage. Moreover, studies have found that excessive fructose consumption can promote insulin resistance. Insulin is the hormone that helps control your blood sugar levels, and when your body stops responding properly to it, you're at higher risk for type 2 diabetes. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that people who consumed more fructose had a greater chance of developing insulin resistance compared to those who didn't. HFCS has also been connected to obesity. One of the reasons is that it may not trigger the same feeling of fullness as other sugars. That means you might end up eating more calories without feeling as satisfied. This overconsumption can lead to weight gain. In fact, research from the Harvard School of Public Health indicates that sugary drinks, many of which contain HFCS, are a significant contributor to the rising rates of obesity in the United States. It doesn't stop there. Obesity itself is a risk factor for heart disease. When combined with insulin resistance, which puts additional strain on your body's metabolism, the risk of cardiovascular problems can increase significantly. According to a review in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, diets high in added sugars, including HFCS, are linked to higher levels of triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood, and an increased risk of heart attacks. Consider this. A 2004 study followed a group of teenagers over several years and found that those who drank more sugar-sweetened beverages, most of which are loaded with HFCS, were more likely to be overweight and have higher levels of visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your organs. Visceral fat is known to be particularly harmful because it's associated with inflammation and a higher risk of chronic diseases. Another interesting study from the University of California looked at two groups of people with similar diets, except one group had a higher intake of HFCS. The group with the higher HFCS consumption showed more markers of metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. These studies make it clear that there's a strong connection between HFCS and various health risks. The controversy. Is HFCS really worse than sugar? Not everyone agrees on how dangerous HFCS is. Some experts argue that high fructose corn syrup is no different from table sugar in terms of its effects on the body, because both contain similar amounts of fructose and glucose. However, many studies suggest that the way our bodies metabolize fructose might be a key factor. Fructose, when consumed in large amounts, is more likely to be converted into fat. This is why you often see a higher prevalence of fatty liver disease in people who consume a lot of HFCS. What can you do about it? So, what's the takeaway? First, it's important to know what you're eating. Reading labels can help you identify products high in HFCS. Second, try to limit your intake of sugary beverages and processed foods. Instead, opt for natural sweeteners or whole foods. For example, fruits not only provide natural sugars, but also come packed with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Another simple step is to prepare more meals at home, where you have control over what goes into your food. Cooking at home allows you to avoid hidden sugars and experiment with healthier substitutes. And remember, small changes can add up over time. To wrap things up, high fructose corn syrup is a common ingredient that might be linked to serious health issues like fatty liver, insulin resistance, obesity, and even heart disease. While there's still some debate about how it compares to regular sugar, the evidence is clear that too much of any added sugar can be harmful. By staying informed and making mindful choices about what you eat, you can take control of your health and reduce your risk of these problems. If you found this information helpful and want more insights into making healthier choices, hit that subscribe button and join the community. Let's take control of our health, one step at a time. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.